Seconds of silence
Yep.
before the dials go. Morgan, it's a Thursday and I get to see you again.
Ba, 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 da, 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 da. I am excited this morning for this second edition of the Cold Calling Power Hour. I'm so psyched, man.
I keep thinking of like those morning jitters when you were just like getting your list ready and you'd go to make that first call and you're like looking out. And so we've all had that where, you're doing role plays in front of the group. You got like 10, 15, 20. Then I think of like 300, 400 people watching.
A little intimidating, huh?
I don't know if it's intimidating. I feel like sales being such a team sport that this really changes the game. And I think what is so cool is when you're in the bullpen, when I started, you always had so much energy, but that kind of got lost when we moved to digital.
The remote sales era. I know.
What could possibly fix that? What do you think, Morgan?
That's a great question. Maybe there's this little company. It's called Nooks.
I've heard of it. It's like that digital bullpen where you get to go and do it as a team, like call as a team, hear calls, and like celebrate wins. You know what? I think I saw someone in the back room. Maybe we should bring them in.
I think we should.
Rohan.
What's up, guys? So excited to be here.
So, as we bring on the rest of this team, Rohan, co-founder of Nooks, thank you for helping support this Cold Calling Power Hour with your awesome software and all of our participants today. It's great to have you.
Super, super excited. I feel like I'm in the sandwich right now between you two. I think you call it the B2B Power Hour sandwich. I'm so excited. This is going to be super fun. We're going to hear a bunch of cold calls, a bunch of people dialing. It's going to be a good time.
Sweet. So let me just clarify rules for everybody who might be new here. One of the things we are going to do on today's stream is you're going to hear both sides of the audio. Now, the way that we can do this kosher is all of our callers are going to clarify that they are on a recorded line in their call, so nobody gets in trouble. This is definitely not something you necessarily have to do in all your normal cold calls, but for today's event, that's at least rules of the road. You're going to hear all of our callers say, hey, this is whoever, I'm on a recorded line, and they jump into the rest of their cold call. Just want to clarify to everybody today. And are you ready to get into it? Let's go.
I just heard someone else. Okay, guys, if you know anybody that you like to dial with that you want to go and dial them in, shoot them in the comments, tag them. This will be recorded, so you can come back to this event and watch it later. But if you tag them now, then they'll have it. And throw your comments in. We want to hear your questions. We want to go and turn this into a cold call mastermind. But the best way to go and learn is from the people in the trenches. So what do you think, Rohan?
Let's do it. Let me go share. Let me go add in Nooks.
Ooh.
My approach here, I didn't know we were going to have to say we were recording. This is going to be
a
curveball.
Oh,
man, I'm going to have to joke.
Right off the top.
I have to turn it into a joke, Be like, yeah.
You're live, boys.
So the FBI is listening in on our call right here, so don't say anything incriminating. My name's Tom here.
Don't tell them that I haven't paid my taxes for 2 years. Don't tell them that.
So I'm on house arrest and my line is recorded by the FBI. That's what Saad has to say. Up in Canada, they got him on house arrest.
I'm just manning the comments right now.
Oh, that's great. Hey, everyone. Everyone can see you. Everyone can hear you. Who's going first? Who's ready? How's this going to work?
Well, first we have to ask. About the wagers for the losers. We were talking about shaving your head is one, getting a tattoo. Loser can't post on LinkedIn anymore.
Wait, hold on. No. We're not taking people's livelihood away, and we're not taking people's money maker away. We're not doing that. No. Anything else but that.
Fair enough.
Great.
No, but I'm down for an ice bath challenge. Loser, ice bath.
Ice bath? Okay.
Full ice bath recorded on a TikTok, Saad. You got to do it. And you got to say your line is, I was in the bullpen.
Don't you?
I was in the bullpen and I lost to Jacob and Tom Slocum, and now I have to take a bath. And that is your TikTok. I want to see it.
Cameron in the comments saying Saad has to cut the flow, and to that I say no.
Hair's gotta go. Hair's gotta go.
It's too good, man.
Who's going first? But I will say, Jacob, we were doing a test run last night, and Jacob has a head start. Booked some meetings last night, so
Man,
I mean,
whatever.
I didn't tell them I was on a recorded line though.
Oh.
There's no
Yeah,
way-
so see, he lost it for points there. Doesn't count.
Can I tell them I'm on a recorded line like 10 seconds in, like I make a joke about it? Or does it have to be the very first thing that I say?
I would recommend it to be as soon as possible,
Okay.
because in the U.S.,
Right.
depending upon the state you're calling into or you're calling from, we just want to stay on the clear side of the law.
All right. Well, I keep it kosher.
Cool.
Kosher.
We'll let Saad go first
All right.
and show us how it's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saad. Yeah.
All right.
Get it.
He's the vet here.
Yeah. So quickly to get into, I'll also share how I built my list. Okay. So yeah, I am doing, friends, like bear with me. I am, wait, before we get into it, what are we trying out with Nooks today? There's something cool y'all are releasing on Nooks today, which are
Yeah. Well, I made 3 dials and I booked a meeting, so it worked. Yeah. Yeah, it worked pretty well.
yeah, I'm excited. All right. Yeah. Let's
Do we
get
take
into it.
do we take turns going, or can we all just start dialing away and whoever connects connects? How will you know that we connect with somebody? Will it tell us? Oh, great. Okay, so we can just start dialing. Oh, it's game time. Guys, I gotta
I could
say
just
before we
mute
start-
and start going. All right.
I thought, I've been cold calling for a while now. I've ripped like 4,000 dials of this thing in the last few months, and I thought that I had beaten the cold call jitters. But I gotta say,
People are saying can't hear Rohan. Yeah. They're saying they can't hear.
Can't hear
Very
me.
interesting.
Oh, true.
Can they
You
hear me
might
now?
have to reshare it and then make sure you share the audio source on the bottom left.
I think the issue is that well, okay, let me just try that again. I think they can't hear me in particular, but let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go there.
But I booked 2, but that sucks because it's on LinkedIn.
I think it's working now.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of.
Can you hear
Okay.
us now? Good.
Yeah, let's dive on in, Saad.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Do I share my screen? Cool. Wait.
And Rohan, on my side, I can just click join session and just let it go, right? Oh. Oh, snap.
All right, we're in.
Okay, I'm in, I think. Yeah.
all right.
And click join session.
Power dialer,
Power. Okay.
time to go. Is it game time?
Is it game? Are we doing?
Yo, Rohan, you're gone again. Your audio's gone again.
Oh.
Go to the side or something. I think that's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I can even turn off my video. But do they hear? Can they hear me now?
Can everybody hear Ron now?
Yes, no.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I can hear you on this side, but
Obviously,
I don't
we
know
can
if they
hear.
You
Tom,
can-
this is not about you, man. Come on.
you know what? I can't wait for you to take an ice bath. I swear. Cannot wait.
There
And
we
then
go.
you gotta
We're
get
good.
my
All right,
face
yeah,
tattooed
we're
on you.
good.
Okay.
It's back.
I hear
Okay,
the dialing the dialing sound is coming through my speaker, not my headset, but I hear you guys through my headset. So will my phone calls go through my laptop speaker as well?
It should come.
Yeah.
It should come out of your headset.
Let's make
Yeah.
it happen. Let's
Yeah,
get through the
let's see it.
difficulties and
Let's
start
see it.
Hey,
dialing.
let's. This
I'm
is
gonna start
fun.
dialing.
I'm dialing.
All right.
I'm dialing.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna
Session.
start dialing.
I'm dialing.
Here we
All
go.
right,
I'm
let's do
dialing
it.
too. Here we go.
All right. So let's look at. This is Saad, as he's dialing. All
I
right.
can't hear the ringtone for the phone.
Yeah, we
I don't hear
turn.
nothing.
Yeah. It's it turns off. It's just
Okay,
when
that's
you get
cool.
pickups, we'll go.
That's always
Okay.
a great feature as an SDR, man. Some of those tools, you'll be sitting all day just hearing that doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, that's good. We can talk. We can talk over stuff as well. But like, so it's just gonna like connect me, right? As soon as, and is it only calling one person right now? Or is it calling multiple people?
It's just calling one person at a time.
Okay. And how do we do multiple?
You see that
Change parallel
parallel
call.
calls? I think that's disabled right now for this live stream, just because we
Okay.
already have 3 people.
Yeah, Saad, calm down, one at a time. Be
Please leave your
patient.
message for 65.
It's okay. Joshua was not willing to roll the dice today. It's fine, Josh. I'll come
So,
back.
Hey, everybody that's listening in, by the way, Saad has a nice little trick up his sleeve with a brand new opener he is going to try today, and I am so pumped to see if we can pull this opener off.
I do actually. Okay, so
Okay.
first, let me. There might be a lot of new people here, so let's just share something right now. So first thing first, my list. I'm calling all my SDRs leaders.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi
Brian,
there.
how's it going? It's Jacob from ServiceBell. I'm on a recorded line to train my team, so I just want to let you know. How you doing, man?
Hey, I have bronchitis right now, so
Oof.
if you want to give me a ring back next week or shoot me an email,
Oh,
I know
man.
that's not what you want to hear, but
I hear you,
yeah, it
man.
physically hurts to talk.
Okay, what if I just pitch you and then you can nod if you're interested instead?
I can
cool?
reach your voicemail. I'll cough. Yeah, I'll cough.
Okay, you call.
Yeah.
No. Is that cool? I
Got
think I
it.
can help your team, but okay,
That
sweet. Okay, sweet. So yeah, I'm glad you're more open to a cold call than most, considering an SDR manager. Yeah, so ServiceBell, essentially, it helps sales teams call leads while they're on your website.
Oh, Saad's got to
So you
pick
can
up.
catch them at the peak of their interest. Kind of like live chat, but with video. And so I was calling to
Hey, Dan,
ask
can
how
you
you're
hear me?
currently handling inbound lead response right now. But considering you can't answer an open-ended question with a cough, what if you just say, is this worth exploring?
I'm not
maybe
sure
when
what's
you're
going
not
on,
sick
Ron.
next week?
Did you get a
Five
pickup?
minutes for yes?
Did you
Yeah,
get a
I got it, but I couldn't hear anything. Also, does it automatically put me in a
I would-
different room
I
when I
would
get a
need to know a
connect?
little
Or
more.
do I have to
I
pause?
pulled you aside.
Maybe
I pulled you
give me
aside.
a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
past
Okay,
that.
yeah. No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
Let's keep going.
so
Okay, cool.
I see you have like
Yeah.
a pricing page and a get demo button on your
I
site.
want to keep that. I want
So
to get
your
a
team
connect.
could get an alert, real-time alert in Slack, for example, when a prospect, one of your accounts, is on your website. Kind of like Sixth Sense telling you, oh, like Apple that was on your website, but this is the actual person you want to call, and then you can call them while they're on your website. So reach rates go up a lot, book rates go up a lot, and SDR managers love it. It's a lot easier if you see it, actually. If you go to servicebell.com, I can call you and show you, and it won't require any talking on your end.
So we're a heavily outbound SDR function. We only have one inbound rep that handles all inbound and then funnels those to our SDRs. So if you, I know you hear this often, and I'm not just saying it to say it. If you send me an email with like what you guys actually do, I think we're using Drift right now for that's routing it, but I really don't know how that, like what actually happens when someone fills out a form or a demo on our website.
Okay.
It might be HubSpot, it might be Drift. There's a bunch of automation, but our inbound demand gen team really handles all that. And it's less of like the outbound SDRs that I lead. So,
Okay, sure.
yeah, but if you send me
what's a good email
something
for you?
or hit me on LinkedIn, it's my first name dot last name
Okay, sweet.
ambition.com.
Okay, great. And interesting. I'm going to be out next week on vacation, but I'm thinking maybe we regroup when you're not sick and I'm back from vacation to discuss further. If it's of interest, can I send you a placeholder 2 weeks out? And if you're not interested, when you see the email, you can decline. And I hope you can appreciate my ask here as an SDR manager because, got to set the meeting, right?
Yeah, I can appreciate that, man. That works.
Sweet. This actually can be used for outbound as well, so I think you'll still like it. If you went to servicebell.com, then I would show you, but I know you're sick, so how about I just send you an invite for, this will be a tentative one. How about Wednesday the 22nd at, so you're in New York, right? According to LinkedIn. Does 11 a.m. Eastern work for you? Sound like it works for you?
Please leave your message for
Awesome. Okay, great. I think you're gonna love this. I appreciate you. Go ahead.
What was the day again? What's the
June
day of the week?
22nd, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Awesome. I'll send you the follow-up email. Thank you for being an awesome prospect on the cold call. I was recording this for my team to check out, and you were the man. This is my first dial of the day, not even first reach. So thanks for being a complete baller.
Yo.
I hope
man.
you have an
appreciate
awesome
you.
rest of your day, and you get well soon. And if we end up doing business together, and even if we don't, if you trust this guy cold calling you, I am happy to send you some soup to your personal address to make you feel better. But if you don't trust me because I'm a cold caller, that's also fine. I totally get it. I'm a cold caller. With that, I will let you go. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, man.
Take it easy. Peace.
Jacob.
Let's
Oh,
go.
first dial of the day, baby. Get ready to shave your head, boys. Oh.
All right.
And
All
he had
right.
bronchitis. What's
So
going on?
we changed the
Oh.
wager. While he was dialing, we changed the wager. It's whoever gets the most meetings takes the ice bath. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why would it be if
Okay,
you get the most meetings? That's not like if I
That's a good idea.
reward is an ice
it's fine.
bath.
Somebody said ice bath is the win, so it's fine. Like,
Let me just send him a little follow-up email.
Do we want
Save
to?
it for after your prospecting blitz, Jacob. Come on.
I'm gonna
Draft
the
that
invite.
out, bro.
Sorry, the invite. Okay,
Get
I'll
to the
keep
next
dialing.
call.
The problem was
way.
I didn't get to share my screen and show people ServiceBell. So just for the record, guys, my goal is to basically get someone a prospect. What I normally do is I asked if you heard on the call. I asked them when they're like, "Well, how does it work?" I go, "Just go to ServiceBell.com and I'll call you and show you." And then I ServiceBell call them on the website, and they're like, "Whoa!" So if I can, please God, get a prospect on the website during this power hour, that'd be sick. Okay, can I go back to dialing now? Trying to get some more meetings going.
I think the chat wanted us to rotate. because
To
otherwise-
rotate,
Oh,
yeah.
rotate.
And we'll just
Okay,
keep
okay.
it one at a time for future. We said in chat, we'll just keep it to one at a time because everybody started to get a little confused about who was calling who and
Yeah.
whether they could
All
listen
right.
in. So
Yeah,
no worries,
okay.
guys. Who's up next? Saad? Tom?
you want to go?
Sure. I mean, yeah. I'm just trying to get some dials over here.
Yeah, you
Jacob's
got-
kicking my ass.
Just remember, don't call me. Like,
Hey, I got Saad on my list. If
You
it comes
Lori
through,
Goldberg with Henry Schein. Please leave a message.
there's nothing that you can do. Can you guys see my screen? Is it all coming through on my end?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
All right, cool. It's just so far been a lot of voicemails. Oh,
Yeah.
and heads up, I do have a voicemail drop. Shout out to Nooks. There is a voicemail drop. So if you see me not doing it, it's because I've already got one recorded for the day, and it'll take care of it on the back end for me. Very generic voicemail. Just to let callers out there know, like, it's, hey, no need to call me back. It's Tom. I'm going to follow up with an email for you.
Your call has
Hope
been
you can
forwarded
check it
to an
out,
automatic
right?
voice message
You
system.
don't want people to, have to call you back or put that burden to write down your number and all that good stuff. Jacob, you don't have to share your screen anymore.
he's hyped. Can't you see? He's excited.
I do. He's
I was
fired
just-
up, bro.
sorry. I was just lacking the team that sorry. All right, you guys keep going.
Now, what I'm noticing on here, Rohan, on the dialer is when it does make a connect, you have to click.
Steve.
Hey, Steve, Tom here. Hey, I was giving you a call in regards to your job posting on hiring some SDRs. Do you got a minute?
Was this in relation to? I'm sorry.
I saw that you had some open listings for sales development roles at your org.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the reason for my call, I'll keep it super brief, is I work at a company called Trainyo. Have you ever heard of them before?
No.
Yeah. So we help underserved students go through a full SDR camp to get them up to speed on some of the tech and challenges that most inexperienced reps don't have, and then try to put them into companies that would be good homes for them. And I really love what y'all are doing over there. And I was curious how the search is going and if you have a good, healthy pipeline, or if we could throw some of our candidates your way to take a look at.
I think we're good at this point, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah, how many you got in the pipe?
Do you have my work email?
I do.
My personal phone.
Brutal.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
mobile.
send me, if you don't mind, send me an email, and then let me take a look at it, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and real quick, I'm out here making cold calls with my sales team, so we are on a recorded line. I should have told you that in the beginning. So I'm just showing them the ropes, right? So I appreciate you being being on the phone with me. But I'll shoot an email with just some details of our candidates, a couple profiles for you. Is there anything that sticks out to you when you're looking at it that you really focus on and that'll catch your attention on somebody's resume?
No, I think we're good at this point, to be honest with you. We're not looking for any kind of outside assistance, to be honest.
Yeah. Usually dealing with that internal team. I'll shoot some stuff over to you. You can take a look. And if there's any candidates that make sense, obviously let me know. But keep rocking it with your team, and I'll get that email over to you here soon.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye.
Yo, not bad.
Brutal.
Not
Brutal. No, it was bad. Let's be real.
No, I wouldn't call that brutal. I
want to make it constructive. So
can I make a comment on that? Can I make a comment on that? So, and this is for all the listeners, when people object, they don't object to your product, they object to what you said in the moment.
Yeah.
So, Tom, for that, and somebody else said this as well, you did ask, the best way to get about this is, and this is all, doesn't always hit, but this is something we do on a daily, my team does on a daily. When somebody says, just send me an email, I'm like, hey, okay, what can I send you that I'm going to make sure you read and not delete? Let's be real. We know this is an objection that comes all the time. And I address it. And I asked them, hey, how can I stay top of mind without being annoying? Right?
It's hard to do that because, so for me, I always feel like, again, I'm always aiming to take the burden off the prospect. And so with those questions, it's always, to me, you should know that shit. That's on you, right? Like, so sometimes it's cool to ask those questions, but like when I get cold call and they're like doing that, I'm like, dude, that's your responsibility. You should know what to hit me in my inbox. And if you can't, then we shouldn't be working together, right? Yeah. And so it's a little harsh, but
no. Another thing on that, this is just so whenever, and this is not from me, one of my old reps came up with this. Whenever people ask you for information, hit them with this. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm absolutely going to send you what you want. Can you just guide me a little bit of what you want to read? Also, whenever I send stuff, it creates more questions than answers. So let's just put a tentative time next week and go through it together. What's the worst that could happen? We learned something new. What's the best that could happen? It's the best that could happen.
So how often does that line work? I'm just curious.
80%, it works 90% of the time, 100% of the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
90%
on the hedge every time.
I don't know if you caught that, but
it works every time, all the time, 80%, maybe 60%.
That's what I did on my cold call. I basically, the guy told me to send him an email, and I happen to call a lot of salespeople. I imagine you're also calling sales development people because you're selling SDR recruiting essentially. And so what I did is I was like, I'll send you an email. Would love to just find a time after you check it out to go over it together. If you don't like what you see, feel free to cancel the invite. But I'm sure as an SDR manager, you can appreciate me making the ask. And I chuckle. And then they're like, this guy. I always tell my team to make the ask. Fine. Yeah. And then they just accept it because they're like, I like to call it the elephant in the room. And then also beforehand, you can tell if it's a smokescreen. What I do is I ask, what about our conversation piqued your interest enough to want the email? And if there was actually something interesting that they actually interested in, they'll tell you which one means that you can continue the conversation around that and be like, oh, great. And then keep talking about it until you build their interest more to book a meeting. Or at the very least, you're finding out, okay, this guy actually is someone interested. Now, if they're not interested, they'll say, just send me an email. And then you can be blunt and be like, look, dude, it sounds like you're not actually interested. That's fine. Just tell me yes or no, because you don't have to say exactly like this, but the worst part about being in sales is being in purgatory where you're in the maybe category. So when I call them out and I'm like, look, man, I know you're not going to check the email. I don't want to waste my time writing the email. Then they're like, he got me, So that's kind of how I go about the email.
I'm bad cop here, so I'm trying to set you both up to look very good. So I'm going to fail all my calls. So you two look like amazing.
Speaking
that's the game plan. Y'all ruined me and called me out, but that's the plan. I'm just taking
next,
so you all look good.
Next in the rotation.
Go, Saad.
All right. Saad, you're up. Right. You're up.
Let's do this, friends. Let's do this. Am I sharing my screen?
You are. You're good.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's dial.
Let's go, Saad.
So you need to click resume calling, Saad. To start dialing.
Yeah, up in the top right.
No. The resume calling button underneath.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it.
Yeah, now it's going to be ringing.
Let me open his LinkedIn as well, just so I have an idea what's happening over here.
You didn't do your research, bro?
Yo, I'm doing on the call, bro. Research doesn't have to take time.
3x3. Oh, that was rough.
No, you're good.
Recruiters, bro. They're aggressive. Different monster, bro. They're a different beast. Shout out to other people that call recruiters.
I'm not gonna dial too long. I'm gonna keep going till I get a connect. I really want to get a connect. So let's go for the next person.
Oh yeah, you're dialing until you get a connect, bro. That's
Yeah,
on you.
200%.
Yeah, just keep ringing. Just keep let it run.
Yep. We could talk until then, yeah?
Yeah.
And then he'll get picked up. Yeah.
By all means, yeah.
Anybody got a question in the chat? Anything on there, Morgan? Or Nick? Anybody's asking a really awesome question?
I'm going through it right now.
Jacob, someone said Jacob, Mr. Bronchitis.
That's
Cough
your
once
new
for yes,
headline.
twice for no. Oh my god, I gotta call myself that. Oh man.
You did really well there, Jacob. That was pretty badass to go from a bronchitis kind of knee-jerk reaction to like leaning into it, right? Getting him to cough and make fun with it. That was really well done, man.
Thank you, man. I think I just my style of like humor is sort of self-deprecating, awkward, but I own it,
Yeah.
and then people just find it funny, so it kind of works.
I think
Have
for
you
sellers,
tried to have the team?
for sellers, for that's the best way to be.
Somebody
Well,
just
that's how
asked
Ronan preaches.
Tom about the
Guys.
3x3.
Yeah.
Oh, the 3x3. So the 3x3 is what we call 3 pieces of information in under 3 minutes, right? A lot of times SDRs get, prospecting paralysis, right? Because we got to do all this research and go into these accounts. So what you try to do is get into an account or a contact and find 3 pieces of information that makes sense to bring in your relevancy and your relatability to that call in under 3 minutes. Right? If you're taking longer than 3 minutes, and you can even do like a 3x5 or a 5x5, but no more than 5 minutes should it take you to be able to research, know why you're calling, and getting into the conversation, right? For the ones that are vets like me and Saad and some of us, right, we can jump on, and as you heard, Saad is doing it as he's calling, right? The phone is ringing, he's got his LinkedIn up, he's looking at his record, and he's finding his 3 notes in there of exactly what the relevance is. Are they on a trial? Are they part of the funnel already? What are they doing with their company? What tech are they using? Are they on Salesforce, right? He's doing all of that, why that call is going, in under 3 minutes, right? And you just find 3 pieces of information that make sense for that call on your triggers and your relevancy and how you're going to bring that in. So you just try to model that. And the more you do that practice of set a 3-minute timer, look at an account and a contact, and crank it out. And the best thing you can do for yourself is notate it. I used to do it as my ops. I would put a field in on the Salesforce record, right? 3x3, and I would have my reps put those things in there. So when they came back to that account the next time, they didn't have to go through that research. They knew exactly why they were calling. So it's just a 3x3 method, just to make sure that you can scale your, admin work with your actual selling time, right? Saad and I know, and Jacob knows, right? It's so hard to balance that with an SDR of more selling, less admin, right?
The call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 203.
So Saad, just click next call and then we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Great list,
Tom.
Saad. Great list. Yes, sir.
So while Saad's dialing, do you mirror your prospect's energy when they answer, or do you lead with your energy?
I stay true to me. I know tonality and deliverability is very important. And I listen for the cues when somebody answers the phone. I noticed Steven, when he picked up that line, was already kind of in a blocked mode, right? You could tell. But I tend to kind of go the opposite of whatever the mood they're in. If they're kind of sad or not feeling it, I try to hype that up, right? Make them know, because at the end of the day, the prospect will remember me because of the emotion I made them feel on the call, not what I said or what I did. So I try to pick up on that and do the opposite of whatever they're, trying, whatever mood they're in, so I can pick it up. And then that way, when they hang up, they're like, damn, Tom made me feel good at least. Yeah, it didn't work out, but I feel good today. So I'll try to bring in my own energy and stay positive on every call and kind of bring that hype like Jacob did, right? He turned that dude's day around, right? That dude wasn't really feeling the call. And then 2 minutes in, Jacob had him laughing and a full-on conversation because Jacob kept his energy. Whereas if he matched it and kind of shut down and was like, okay, I know you're sick. Yeah, I'll call you back next week. It doesn't, dude wouldn't even remember him next week when he called. Now, when he calls him again, he's going to be like, Jacob, the Mr. Bronchitis, what's going on, man? Because he made him feel an emotion with that, right? He made an emotional connection there that now that guy will at least remember Jacob in even a small amount versus, Steven's not going to remember me next week when I call, potentially, right? He'll just be like, I don't remember us talking. So I try to just Mr. Bronchitis. But that is a headline.
I think I should make them a headline.
Poor Saad over here.
I know.
No pickups.
No, it's the environment is not native to me, so like yeah, I'm just trying to.
Do you think it would make so people were? I know people were shutting down the multi-dialing thing, but like maybe it would be more efficient for us to have
Yeah,
more.
I want to dial. I want to get the parallel dialer going.
Or not like maybe not like you parallel dial. I'm saying multiple of us could be dialing or two at once, something like that, so we get more connects. More
It
live.
was
Yeah,
hard
the-
with the
the
audio.
people-
Probably not do that.
Hello, this is Patrick.
Hey Patrick, how are you today? This is Saad calling you from a recorded line, and this is a cold call. Would you like to hang up or roll the dice?
What's the company?
So I'm calling from Dooley. Ever heard about us?
I have
Let's
not.
go.
I apologize. I'm in an individual contributor role, and I am like up at a few things right now as it's
Yeah.
almost end of quarter.
No. I understand. That's why I called you. We work with A's. Do you just want to give me like 10 seconds to tell you what we're about, and you can absolutely hang up the phone if it's not for you?
I have for sure heard of you guys. Would you mind sending me an email, please? And I apologize. I am trying to get a competitive comparison matrix
Yeah.
and a quote out the door.
Yeah.
So if you could do that, we actually are looking at some other stuff. So please send that over, and I can
Perfect.
get that over to
Let's
the
do
manager.
this. Let's do this. As a seller, I'm gonna kick myself. Can I just send you a tentative invite for next week? I'm gonna send you some information. It always creates more questions and answers. We can kind of go through it, and you can move the time if you like.
Would you mind just sending like 5 minutes, and then we can just do a phone call instead? That would
Absolutely,
be
my friend.
preferred.
Absolutely. Also, you said you're kind of in the market for something right now. What, like something about Dooley? What specifically? Just one more question, and then I'll be off.
Nothing specifically on Dooley. We're just looking at different tools to be used, just kind of going through the stuff. So
Sure. Okay. I know I've taken your time. I know you're busy right now. I'll send you an invite. I'll send you some information, and we'll take it from there.
that sounds great. Appreciate
Thanks, Patrick. Take care. Bye, man.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go,
baby.
Hey, at least got to say he knew you.
Let's
I
go.
love how he came back and said he knew you. At first he was like, "I've never heard of you," and then he said something. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know you." Like,
I know you.
Like, dude, what?
You don't take the first no. You never
Never take the
no.
no.
Dude,
Never
yeah.
take the first no.
You ran the exact line you said. Like you ran it and it worked. Yeah.
That's how you know it's in the back of my mind. Because like I'm so okay. I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but I'll be very real. I'm not just a leader that's like trying to guide my team to do shit. I'm in the trenches with them, and I love it. I love selling. I love optimizing. I love talk. Look, my job is to sell to sales leaders. I talk to people like me every single day, and they're fun. Cold calling is not dead. If you find a way to have fun with it, if you don't put so much expectations on the outcome, you're just calling people and talking to them. Think about it. Your job is to just call and talk to people and get paid for it.
You get paid to have convos all day, man. Shoot. When I was 17 and hanging out on that phone landline, that shit, I wish I got paid for that.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna breathe
Hey,
now.
you know-
I'm high.
Hey,
I'm high from that. I'm gonna
All right,
breathe.
you got one. All right.
Let's make a great point here, Rohan, is with your dialer, if you look at everybody, Jacob's made 4 dials, and me and Saad each made 9, and all of us within 10 dials have made a connect and had an opportunity of an at-bat. It's not bad. It's pretty impressive.
Somebody
But
said
Jacob, you're back
earlier-
up, bro.
I read the
I'm up.
comment.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start dialing.
Go, Jacob.
Stop sharing your screen, Saad. You can cut yours down.
Okay, guys, got
Jacob.
a question while we're dialing.
Okay.
How do you get past gatekeepers? That golden question. So, what's this call in regards to?
That's a good one. I love gatekeepers.
I have ideas on that. So I used
Go
to sell
for it.
to lawyers, and it was always the gatekeepers that picked up. And there were so many times that I chased around because it was the gatekeeper that was trying to move things along. First of all, there's 2 sides to the coin. Some gatekeepers have no power. So you're actually wasting your time calling them and talking to them.
Hi, you reached Sasha Pesek. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name and your...
Good to
I
go.
love gatekeepers. When I was working at Yelp, that's all I dealt with, right, for a very long time, is going through the gatekeepers, talking to bartenders
Hi,
on a
this is
Friday
Peter
night
at
at a restaurant.
MSI. Please leave me your name and
I knew a
phone
lot
number.
of
I'll be
bartenders
sure.
at like the restaurants and going in, and
Yeah,
the
it's
end
not
of the day,
black
it's
or white.
just, yeah, it's, I think when they say, hey, what's this call in regards to? It's like, hey, great question. I'm actually trying to get a hold of Joshua to help your life be easier. You mind passing me through? Let them know that they're the end
Hey,
user.
this is Josh with Field Pulse. I'm sorry I missed your call, but please leave your name and number.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
We were just obviously all hearing dial tone and
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
if
Some
Jacob
numbers-
is getting
Hi, this is
connected.
A little rough.
Hey,
A little
Harry, it's
rough.
Jacob from ServiceBell on a recorded line. I'm doing a cold call for my sales team, so I hope you can play along. How's it going, man?
Who is this with?
With ServiceBell,
Sorry,
like
who-
ding. I've got two reasons for the call. One, I figured being in sales, you could probably appreciate a cold call more than most. And two, I think I can help your
I
team
love
book
that
more
line.
meetings.
I love that line.
You mind if I tell you how in like 30 seconds or so?
Sure. Yeah,
Oh,
let's do
thank
that.
you. You rolled the dice. I like it.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, so ServiceBell, essentially, it helps sales teams call leads while they're on your website. So you can catch them while they're interested. It's kind of like live chat,
Mhm.
but with video. So you can drop it on hot prospects and catch them at that critical moment. Just curious to know how you guys currently handle inbound lead response right now.
It goes to either on customer or our landing page. We get alerts, and then we have a 10-minute SLA. And one of my SDRs will just call it. The frequency, so our client base is kind of niche. It's mostly like public schools, school districts, counties, and then like nonprofits and stuff. So we don't have a huge, which is not the most. I mean, we're just such a finite amount of prospects in any given metro that we come to. So I just don't know if it's necessary to implement, this kind of software
Interesting.
outreach tool.
So it sounds like one, you already have a pretty solid system set up, and two, you're saying because your market's pretty narrow, you don't have a high volume of inbound to the point where it'd be worth doing something like this.
No, so a lot of 98% of everything we've ever gotten is outreach.
Oh wow!
Because we're a ride share for kids.
Okay.
Well, not 98, probably like 75. So it's a lot. The whole convincing that this is a worthwhile, safe, reliable support service for like an enterprise partnership with a school district, it takes a lot of talking. And
I hear.
So it's just, and even with the inbounds that we have, like in like August or September, the volume is just not there.
Oh yeah,
like
it's
for me
summertime.
it's like
Right.
So
Downtime.
I like what you're pitching. If I had if I go to it whenever my next company is, and if I'm doing this again, which I'll probably go back into closing again because I don't know if I love this that much, but
Man. Sorry to hear that.
I could see
Closing's
it
the way to
working.
go. I'm trying to close you right now on the phone, but it's not working out in my favor. That's why you have a full pipeline, though.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, I'm always looking for. I get it. I'm always
Well,
looking
here,
for.
how about
for
this? How about
tools.
this? People, SDRs love this, even if it's not a fit for you right now. If you are going to go somewhere else, I think it could be really relevant.
I'll never manage a sales development again, though. I can tell you that.
Ooh,
That's
well,
not-
this will help you close more deals too. If you go to servicebell.com, I can call you and
Oh
show
my
you why.
God.
It's gonna be crazy. You'll see
Oh my God.
me pop up like live, and I'll wave at you, and you can actually see what this is. And if in the future it makes sense, maybe we can discuss. Is that cool?
Yeah, I can't do it today. Just say, why don't you email me a link?
Oh,
and we can
classic
maybe discuss
objection.
it next few weeks.
Sure. What's your is it Harry@hopskipdrive.com?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Send me some information. I didn't know that there is a rejection, but
I'm gonna do the classic. I mean, you train SDRs, so you probably know where I'm going with this. What should I include in the email that caught your attention about the conversation?
I mean, you don't need. I'll actually look at it.
Okay, sweet.
So
You said
I'm not
we
gonna-
can regroup in a few
Find
weeks.
it,
Do you
but-
mind if I send you a placeholder 2 weeks from now? I'm actually going on vacation next week, so 2 weeks worked well. How about I send you the email? I'll send you a little Loom video, and I'll shoot you a placeholder in 2 weeks to regroup, so I don't call you out of the blue.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sure.
Does
Sounds good.
Wednesday the 22nd work for you?
No, do Thursday.
Thursday?
No, shit. Yeah, wait. Because what am I doing Wednesday? No, why don't you do Wednesday the 29th?
Okay, how about that? Sounds good. Mornings or
And
afternoons good for you?
And I can't do 1 o'clock morning,
Two for
like
Morning?
8:30.
8:30. You got it. I'll shoot an email invite over for 8:30. appreciate you playing ball. This is a recorded line from my sales team. I'm doing some trainings, and you were a beast of a prospect.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry you don't like. I'm actually, by the way, right before you go, I'm about to become like I'm hiring a sales development team right now. Like my first 2 reps. Done a lot of IC work. I've coached a lot of people, but not officially manager. It sounds like you're not a fan of being a manager. Curious to know.
I don't mind being a manager. I don't mind. So I was a closer until I worked at Hospice Drive, and I kind of it's just the model for
just like the rush of closing a deal. I hear.
It's not just that. It's
I like
public partnerships.
So.
Yeah, it's not that. I just don't like being a coach to entry level people.
That makes sense.
Send them my way.
Do you like coaching and developing entry level people?
I do like coaching.
For you.
I do like coaching. I like helping
there
others. So I think it could be for me. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe The other thing is that you can't just like, you can't just if you're a coach and you have like 3 people calling for you, if they're behind quota, you can't just like if I'm low on meetings, I'll just dial more, But you can't exactly just tell your team to make that more dials. So there's a trade-off. Anyway, I know we've been chatting for like 5 minutes already, so I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being a baller. Love the LinkedIn profile picture, by the way. Very cheeky smile.
Oh,
I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was pretty brilliant.
Yo, let's go.
Oh, man. You guys are getting smoked. I'm about to go into an ice bath over here.
I'm good. 2 for 2.
I'm gonna go, y'all. I'm gonna log off. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Oh,
go get him, Jacob.
Can I just keep dialing? I've got so much adrenaline right now, guys. Like you can't once you book a meeting, you got to keep dialing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should do. Make it take it. Let's do make it take it. No, I'm kidding. We'll keep going. We'll keep going.
All right, Tom, you start dialing.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Before we do, can I? So I got a DM from Osama, and he asked the question about gatekeepers, and we never actually answered it, or never.
I did, but there was a dial tone. So
let me add some more context to that as well. So they work with law firms. Osama, correct me if I'm wrong. So previously, when I used to work at law firms, and again, what I'm about to say, please don't take it as a black and white. It depends on every vertical. We used to call the law firms, and I used to waste my time. Gatekeepers have no freaking power at law firms. Assistants have no power at sales orgs.
Yeah.
So don't waste your time on the gatekeepers. That's the first part of Saba. And for your team.
Whoa.
Don't waste your time on your gatekeepers. Find cell phone numbers. But if you can find something personal relevant with the gatekeeper, only use them to get information. They're not going to move your business along. Yeah. Only use them to get information.
All right, so I'm gonna play devil advocate there because I disagree. I think that
that's why I said don't do black and white. There's nuance.
I know hey, sales is about the art, man. There's so many ways to look at things, but I will say from working in enterprise space and then working in Yelp, like I had gatekeepers actually close deals for me. So like in my Yelp days, like in SMB, gatekeepers actually can tend to have power, right? Because they are family, they are friends, they are close to the people. I closed all the salons down in the Washington, D.C. area by working the receptionist, right? Because I could never get to the owner. So I would during the day talk to them. And then at night, 5, 6 o'clock at night, I'd get contracts from the DM, right? Because the receptionist would get in there and be like, hey, we need on Yelp. And then they would pull that trigger. And in the enterprise space, you are using them for information. Make them your friend. Don't write them off. Empower them. Compliment them. When people would give me cell phone numbers or actually do me a solid, I would send them a gift card for their next coffee, right? Yeah. Hey, Saad, I really appreciate it helping me yesterday. I know you get blasted all the time. And for you to take that extra second to confirm that number for me was awesome. Here's a coffee on me. Thanks again. So when I call again, they're willing to help me, right? And they're continuing because I'm giving to them. So, with gatekeepers, when they say, what's this call in regards to, be upfront, right? Hey, Saad, I know you get these calls all the time. I'm just another cold caller, but I'm hoping we can roll the dice here, right? I'm trying to get a hold of John, talk about how to make your life easier, right? I know that you would be the end user for what I do, right? And dually, right? You're talking to the SDRs. Those guys are going to get you in, Saad, right? That AE you talk to could be your lane to get into the manager. Because if you could sell those people on their pain, they're going to champion for you internally. Right? Because they're like, yo, you're going to save my life. I need my boss to look at this. And so you can use those gatekeepers to definitely progress the deal in the right way. But just tell them what the call's in regards to and what you want to try to help them with. But that would be my
Can I be the devil's advocate over here? I actually recommend the opposite. I recommend don't tell gatekeepers anything and and just give it past them.
I'm
just like, hey, it's Jacob from company, or no, I don't even say company. I say, hey, John. I'm not mean to them, but when they say, hey, it's Jane, how can I help you? I'm like, hey, Jane, this is Jacob. Can I speak to John, please? And then just let you know. And they go, sure. What is this regarding? Yeah, it's regarding the email I sent him. He should know what I'm talking about. Is he in right now?
Right.
What is this about? I just keep it like really short. I'm not mean, but they're used to salespeople like going on and on and on about how awesome it is. I have used your tactic though, Tom, and it also works. I really think it depends on the person. And I think
it depends. It definitely depends. It's not it's not black and white. It's not straight every gatekeeper you talk to make your
It's
friend,
the verticals.
right?
It's literally it really depends on your verticals where you're selling. I'm with Tom.
Yeah, it's vertical specific. It's it's relationships that those gatekeepers have. If you're talking to like 20 gatekeepers on a directory line, like okay, really there's not much to do there. But if you're calling like a local, like a company where that gatekeeper, you've talked to them 3 or 4 times this week and you know they're always going to talk to you, maybe give them a little love, right? Acknowledge them because it's going to make the process a little bit easier.
Yeah, if it's an enterprise sale and there's like 10 gatekeepers.
You've reached Jeremy Johnson, recruiter.
Yeah, if it's
for
an
Henry
enterprise
Schein.
sale and there's like 10 people, 10 gatekeepers you have to get through, then you can't be, you have to work them. We have to work with them. But if there's a wide market and you can just sell, like I can sell ServiceBell to any website, There's plenty of gatekeepers.
Just get them to confirm information, right? Most of the time I use gatekeepers just to confirm stuff. I'll make up like the last number on a call. Like if I know Saad's cell number, I'll give out the wrong number at the end because people like to correct. So I'm like, hey, is Saad's number, 95286530, and they're like, no, it's 31, Tom. And I'm like, oh.
Can you not get my number out?
I know it like the back of my head, y'all. Like 857
but I guess in essence, what all three of us are saying is depends on your verticals.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Darn it, bro. Voicemails, bro.
Long story short, use gate. If you think your gatekeeper has good information, then get information out of them. But just for me personally, they're not going to buy. So think of where you want to put all of your effort. If they have the power, then go all in. But if they can be facilitators, then help facilitate. Your job is selling to provide value. You don't get that till you don't give and get. Remember that. And understand if that time is valuable or not.
Yep. It's all about the ATM. That's the thing I look at all the time, right? Is if, you go to your ATM and you continue to withdraw money and you're not depositing, you end up being in the red, right?
Yeah.
So when you're prospecting, everything you should be doing is depositing back into your pipeline, because when you go to withdrawal, you don't want to overdraft, right? You need to be having that plethora. So it's, constantly dropping those gives, finding out ways to help your prospects be the heroes, find value for them, so that when you do go in for that ask, it's super relevant and they're willing to let you pull from that ATM, right?
Yeah. Tom,
I do 2 gives per 1 ask. That's kind of, if anybody was wondering, I try to do 2 gives for every 1 ask, right? So my first 2 emails are just giving them value. And then my third one might be that ask. And then I won't ask again for another 2 gives, right? And so I just keep trying to just overwhelm them with value to where then when my ask come in, it's like, yeah, for sure. Like, let's do it. Doesn't work. It's like Saad said earlier, it works 100% of the time, but only 80% of the time.
I love that.
Question for you guys.
What's up, Nick?
What is a good comeback for how are you calling me on my cell?
Oh, God.
Can I?
Do, bro.
Hold on.
I have one as well. You know what? You should just be like,
Saad, 1 sec.
Nick?
Okay.
Hello? Nick, can you hear me?
Hello?
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 Nick, can you hear me? Nick, it's Tom.
Hello?
Are you there? Yeah. Can you hear me, Nick?
Sorry, who's this?
Hey, it's Tom over at Trainyo. You got a second?
Sorry, I can't. Who is this?
It's Tom over at Trainyo. Can you hear me all right, Nick? Is the line broken up? Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nick. Can you hear me? Nick.
It looks like there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, it looked like it. Nick? Weird. It's still on the call?
No, it didn't.
That was weird.
Okay.
He wanted to hear your pitch.
Bro, I was so ready. Oh, they're
He was
calling me back.
waiting.
Hold on. How do I answer? Oh, it's coming on my cell phone.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, Dina.
Wrong number.
Thank you. Oh, I am just striking out today. This guy's calling back on my cell phone. Should I answer it?
Do it.
You guys want to
Pick
still
up.
hear it?
Do
Pick
it.
up. Put it on speaker. You can hear it.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, sorry, who's this?
Hey, it's Tom over at Trainyo. Sounds like we got a little bit better connection. How you doing today?
Yeah, good. Over at where, sorry?
Trainyo.
Trainyo. What
Yeah.
is what?
No worries, Nick. Hey, it's a cold call. I'm actually making some cold calls with my team, so you're on a recorded line. I'm just trying to be in the trenches with them. And the reason I picked up and called you is because I saw that you were looking for some sales development reps there at ThoughtSpot. And I wanted to chat with you kind of about your interview process and what you got in the pipeline. Are you guys actively hiring for the role right now?
Sorry, for who?
For ThoughtSpot? You guys have some SDR roles open?
That is not me.
It's not you?
No.
Wrong contact info.
Do you know who it would be that I would speak to over there?
I have no idea.
Awesome. I thought you were a recruiter over there. Are you not with them anymore?
I have never been a recruiter. No.
Oh my gosh. I got all the wrong info, my friend. See, this is why we train our teams. Have your data right. So I apologize for I apologize for disturbing you, but I will let you go, and I'll update my records on my end, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks.
All right, bye. See, that's why you gotta have your data right, y'all. Apparently, he is not the right Nick Curry that I had.
All right, Saad, let's dial it away.
That happens.
Dial
Saad.
it away,
Hey,
boy.
you know, I am.
We got 8 minutes left.
Look, y'all. Yeah.
Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I got to book
Let's do
2 in 8 minutes. Saad, start your dialer. Just go. We'll figure it out. 8-minute hustle. We're gonna be like in the UFC for the last 10 seconds. Just start swinging. Just go. Just start swinging. We should do an after hours or an encore.
Yeah, I was thinking we should do an encore as well.
I'm just gonna keep this live all day. I'm just gonna sit here. I gotta
Let's just keep cold calling. Can we
yeah,
just keep
so
cold
y'all can log off if you want, but we go.
Your
keep
call
jamming.
has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Skip.
What if we host an event and just like, or like if Nick and Morgan are like, no, we'll just be like, all right, guys, we'll just go somewhere else without you guys.
Well, hey,
Just
you know what?
with
I'm
us.
gonna try
Just
something
with us.
really creative here. I'm gonna try something real creative. I'm gonna live pitch Jacob right now because Jacob had mentioned earlier he is hiring, and I feel a little rude because he should be reaching out to me to help him find some SDRs.
I did mention. Well, we
So
unfortunately
how
we're at
can
the end of our
I
hiring.
how do I get on your calendar, Jacob? What's it gonna take to get you on the calendar?
You want to do a role play? Because I could
Hey,
be totally honest right now. But
Jacob, it's Tom over at Trainyo. How you been, man?
over
I'm sorry, the
Trainyo?
person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that is not.
Trainyo, yeah, we're a company that helps underserved people break into the beautiful role of SDRing, and I saw that you are hiring and building out your first team, man. Congratulations! Do you have a few recruits in the
Hello?
pipe already?
Hi there. Is this Carrie?
Yes, this is she.
Hi, Carrie. My name is Saad. This is a cold call. I'm calling you from a recorded line. Would you like to hang up or roll the dice?
I'll roll the dice.
Thank you.
Yo,
I am calling
let's
from Bowie.
go.
What made you want to roll the dice, by the way?
Because I'm in sales myself, so I wanted to see what you.
I love it. Okay, so Carrie, you're in sales. You're a mid-market AE. Tell me this. Have you ever been in 6 hours of demos back to back, and at the end of the day, you have to copy paste your notes back into your ops? And then sometimes you feel like you're overworking yourself. And then sometimes the op notes never make it back through and through Salesforce. Then your manager is tapping you on the shoulder and you're worried, am I going to get fired? Does my manager hate me? And sometimes you lose op notes, you lose deals. I'm not going to go on a ramble here, but does that ever happen to you? Or has that ever happened?
Maybe not to that level. We use Gong, so normally I take my own notes, and then I also go back and listen to the recording, and the transcription is the transcription that they have there, and I pull anything that I might have missed, and then I pop that into Salesforce, pretty easily.
Yeah, but transcriptions are very detailed notes, right? When you're giving ops to your managers, they don't want all those detailed notes. They only want the key points. So how do you currently take your notes right now? Where are you taking your notes? Where are you putting it? And how are you updating it on Salesforce?
I just, probably jot them down in like an email or a Word doc and then copy paste them over.
Yeah. Would it not be easier if instead of copy pasting it, it took down exactly what you needed and automated the notes transfer back, so you don't have to do any of the back and forth work or go back into Gong transcripts, because Gong is call analysis, right? Note analysis is its own thing. That copy paste or back and forth. Do you not think there's a way to basically, I don't know, cut that step? Would you be open to seeing if there is something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds interesting. I'd be curious to know how you're doing that. But at the same time, I'll just go ahead and tell you that, like, we have like a sales enablement person who actually handles all of the marketing technology. So I don't personally have a hand in that.
No worries at all. So I'm calling from Dooley. We actually are about to, actually, I'm not going to share that. That's secret information. But long story short, we work with people who use Salesforce. And Dooley basically sits on top of Salesforce like a seller's management layer. And it automates all your note-taking and gives you on-call live enablement. And the reason I gave you a call is because we're PLG companies. We go bottom-up. We start with the ICs. We see if there's a use case, and then go to an enablement team. Based on this conversation so far, I think there might be something interesting over here just to even look at. Would you be open to me sharing some information with you and putting some time next week to just do an exploratory call? The best that could happen is the best that could happen. The worst that could happen is I go to your enablement team.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to email me some information, that's fine. But I'm not looking to schedule a call right now. To be totally honest, I'm like recently ramped and onboarded, so I'm still kind of new. And still feeling my way around.
Yeah, Carrie, you know as much as I do. Whenever people ask for information, it creates more questions than answers. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to send you that information. Let's do a bit of give and get. I'm going to send you that information. Can we set a tentative time? If you like something, we'll just go through it together. If not, then you're new in your role. You know what? We can talk about sales tactics and Dooley. If not, then we can just part as friends.
Yeah, let's part as friends. I mean, I would love to keep the information on file, but the most I'm going to do with that, because I don't really want to have a hand in it, is I'm going to forward it to our enablement person and leave it at that. So
okay, no worries at all. With your ramp time right now, you're ramping in. What's the priority for you? Is this progressing pipeline conversations, booking more deals? Booking more demos? What's priority for you? So
my priority is getting stuff into the pipeline. I'm in prospecting mode right now. I have a handful of discos and demos here and there, but like I'm still so early into the stages of where I am here and into the deal cycle that like I don't even know. I haven't fully realized the pain in which you are identifying. Like I can imagine that it might get there, but I'm not really at a place where I'm feeling that pain.
Okay, the other side of that is what Dooley can potentially help you out with is it pulls up battle cards, on-call enablement questions and answers, whether it's for discovery calls or how to handle product conversations. I think pipeline and note-taking is not going to be relevant to you, but I think that part about on-call enablement might be a bit more relevant. Does that sound a bit more interesting than the other part?
We have a lot of like battle cards and enablement, discovery, prep, and we have like a lot of sales training around that. That's actually like currently undergoing. So I feel like not so much.
Okay, maybe I'm not being as very clear, but typically when sales training happens, it's before the call. Dooley is basically giving you everything on the call. And I know I'm pushing a little bit and I don't want to be disrespectful.
Like during the call, like in real time?
Exactly. For example, I sell Dooley and one of our biggest competitors, Evernote, or I'll say it out loud, Scratchpad. Somebody says, hey, how do you compete with Scratchpad? Dooley listens, I type it in and it pulls up the battle card, not just how you win over Scratchpad, but what questions I should ask my competitor. So that way they'll be like, okay, you know what? No, this doesn't work, this works. So basically my BDRs at Dooley, they close their own deals. Have you ever heard that? No, I haven't. That's why I brought
you
here.
So interesting though. Like, how are you collecting it? On our competitors so you can help us frame those questions?
Perfect. Great question. So Dooley integrates with already existing learning management systems like HighSpot, your Google Drives and all that stuff. And then while you're on the call, it just pulls up right away. So you don't have to, you can exactly. So you can call on Dooley, you can log your notes on Dooley, you can handle objections on Dooley, you can progress your notes on Dooley, and you can show your pipeline to your managers on Dooley.
Interesting. This might be a dumb question, but I just heard of this tool. I don't know what it does. Does this have any relation to the tool Clary?
No, actually. So Clary is for your VPs. Clary will show your VPs forecasting, and Dooley is your rep level forecasting. It's a little different. We actually integrate with Clary.
I see. Okay, yeah, because I know we just implemented that, and I don't even know what it is or how to use it.
Yeah, no worries at all. Carrie, we've been on the call for about 2-3 minutes. You literally said something became interesting to you. I think there's something worth it over here. Let's just put some time for, if not next week, 2 weeks from now. I'll send you that information about playbooks. We're not going to focus on pipeline. Let me just talk to you about this, show it to you, and it's also a free tool. You can just try it
Yeah, get the
and,
demo,
and
bro.
see if it's for
Go
you or
try
not.
it. PLG.
It's free, like there's a free trial?
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
PLG.
I should have led with that.
Well, at the end of the day, like me as my own AE, I'm not looking to like dish out any of my own money.
Of course.
But yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm not back at my computer. Let me pull up my calendar. Hold on.
Go.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we talking like 15, 20 minutes or 30 or what?
You want to do 30? It won't take more than 15, 20, but you just, basic calendar requests always go for 30. And if we want to end in 15, we'll end in 15.
Let me look.
I'm the only one with a good
What time zone are you in?
I need a dial. I need to redeem
I'm in
myself here.
Eastern.
Okay, perfect. Same here. I'm in Toronto.
You can
Yeah,
head
but I
over to
remember seeing
another
emails
room
from you guys, but I'm
and
like,
start
I
that
don't,
if you want.
I'm
Always
overwhelmed
has
with
to
the
mention
I'm
he's in
overwhelmed with the
Toronto.
tech stack that we already have.
I know.
Because I'm new to a lot of the tools.
No,
so
I know.
I'm like,
And as soon as you told me you're brand new there, I was like, man, I really don't want to push, but I know that could be potentially something here and it's worth the conversation. So I'm not going to apologize for doing my work, but hey, I'm sorry if I pushed you.
okay, hold on. Computer's not working, so I'm going on my phone.
No worries.
Dude, let's go.
Let's see here, calendar.
Dude, way to back up and then come back around.
Next
That was
week.
beast. Like he was not getting the meeting at all. And then
It's also my birthday week, so hey, good mood next week.
This is why PLG
What
is
about
important,
like, do you have like a 3 p.m. one of the days?
I
Except
do.
for Wednesday. I cannot do Wednesday.
Let's do Tuesday, 3 p.m.
Okay.
What's your email? What's the best email to reach you? Actually,
Carrie
you know what?
K.
Yeah, I actually have it. I'll
Carrie
verify.
J.
yeah.
In Boca. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will shoot you that invite right now. It's going to be from Saadkhan at Dooley. I'll also promise to send you information along the way as well, and we'll take it from there, Carrie. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. It was a pleasure. Take care. Bye. Good luck with everything.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Dude, that was so good. That was so good, dude.
That was insane, Saad.
That was so good, bro.
Do you
That
like
was
you like
beast. That was-
pivoted like you knew the product, so you're like able to pivot from like, okay, this doesn't work,
Yeah.
this worked. That was like
Yes, exactly.
masterclass. That was amazing.
You
Well, that's
backed
what
up.
you're doing, right? You're seeking to find where you can solve their problem.
Yeah,
right? And
exactly,
The questions he
exactly.
asked, the things he was doing, he was just
You-
listening
yeah.
for that cue, right? And
That
so
was
that's
so
what you have
good.
to do is just keep digging until you can find that like little aha moment, right? And get them there. And
Exactly.
that's what he did. Where she's
Exactly.
like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
She
You know,
wasn't
exactly.
a pipeline person. As soon as she told me she's new, I was like, wait, hold on. This is not for you. I'm like, I was trying to fix you into a
Yeah.
block and this is not for you. And that's when she was like, okay, now this is interesting.
So Saad, walk
Exactly.
the crowd through what happens next, right? So you went with this mid-market rep, right?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna have this call. Why and what's gonna be the plan there? Like where are you
Yeah.
gonna take that? Because she
So-
is new and not the DM.
Yeah. So look, Dooley, we don't just sell to sales leadership and the businesses. We're actually there for sellers. The reason, look, let's be real. Dooley has some hype right now, but it's for a reason. It's a very valid tool. The talk track that I shared with you, let's be real. There's people say there's sales enablement, that there's not really. What's helping you while you're on the call? Dooley can be your manager on the call with you without on the call with you. AKA Dooley will help you with objections. Dooley will help you what to say, what question to ask, how to move a deal along, and when to move a deal along, and when to say goodbye, we're done.
Right.
Like, and I was gonna fix her into an AE, into pipeline thing, but she's brand new. We have enablement piece to it as well. What I was doing was I wasn't pitching Dooley, I was listening to her.
Right.
And so now when I'm going to meet her, I'm going to give her Dooley. Well, no, not just give her Dooley. Learn more about her, get her Dooley. And now this will allow me to learn more about the business.
Right.
Because
The
she
org
needs
and
on-call
that,
enablement. Exactly. If one person needs on-call enablement, then all their new ramping reps do. So that's how you connect the dots.
So
I like it.
I know I hate to do this.
Oh, Morgan, don't say it.
Oh,
We are
shit.
5 over our promised
boy.
time this morning. And what it sounds like is that we just have to keep doing these on LinkedIn Live. There's no way for
Please.
us not to do these again.
Yeah.
Guys, I saw some questions floating in the comments. I threw it in chat. If you want a recording of the session, it's here on LinkedIn. It's also on the B2B Power Hour YouTube page. If you want an easier scroll through timing experience to find that fire last call from Saad. Also, chat almost unanimously wishes you a happy birthday, Saad.
Thank you.
Everybody
I gotta
wishes
record an
happy
ice bath
birthday.
now.
Yeah,
This sucks, bro. I gotta take an ice bath. I literally got a goose egg, y'all. This sucks.
Ah.
I'm not happy. I'm
Can I
not
just
done
say-
dialing. I'm not done
can I
dialing.
just say-
Hey, hold on. I need to close Jacob right now, so me and you are even and have to go to a tiebreaker.
Okay,
I need Jacob
okay.
a meeting right now. I'm on the
All right,
board,
all right.
bro.
I'll lay down.
let's
I'll lay
do-
down. Let's take a
close
meeting.
out
Let's
with
take a
this, Tom.
meeting.
I love
Let's
it.
go, Jacob. Let's go. Yeah, on the board.
So Saad and I
Let's
tied.
go.
Does that mean that we both take an ice bath and post it, or how does this work?
I just think we have to do another tiebreaker session, or we bring back some people. And I saw some other folks who are cold calling folks like Anthony, Natalie in the comments. Bring them
Oh,
on,
dude, bring
and just
Anthony
like
on, yeah.
keep on doing sessions like these. If y'all want part 3, I think it would be just like drop it in the chat. Say you want part 3 because we'd love to host this again. I just want to express, as we're closing out, my deepest thanks to all of our contenders and gladiators of the cold call room today.
This was
Y'all
fun.
rocked it. From Dooley and Trainyo and ServiceBell, Jacob, Tom, Saad, you guys are awesome. And for the record, I believe you were cold calling in front of around 250 to 300 people who were listening in.
Damn.
So
Wow.
y'all were
Wow.
killing it with that audience. I'm sure nerves and adrenaline and all the rest of that. So thank you guys for coming today. This has been a B2B Power Hour. We host live shows like these all the time. So check out
Thanks,
Nick, check out
Nooks,
myself.
And one thing
thank
for
you,
Nooks,
Nooks.
I want to just
Yeah.
say thank you all for coming. This was super fun. If you guys are a team and you want to host Power Hours, call blitzes, we're running a promotion. We'll post a link in the chat. First 20 teams to sign up get a free call blitz. We'll give AirPods to the team member that books most meetings. So,
Saad, you're doing it right. I'm bringing it to the Trainyo team. You bringing it to Dooley, dog?
I'm still, I am like, can I just say that was one of the best calls
This
I've
was
done
so
in
fun.
a long
Yeah.
That was solid. Dude, we should get a bullpen. Saad, we should get a bullpen with Dooley and Trainyo squads, and we all
I think
just
that's
do a
happening.
pin.
I think
And
that's
we
gonna
just
happen.
all hang out in the day.
We gotta do
Dude,
that.
would be
Yeah,
down.
I think that's gonna happen.
That'd
I
be
think
so
that's
much
gonna happen.
fun.
This is fun. It's a good
And we'll
learning
bring
experience.
ServiceBell.
I love it.
Yeah, let's get service. I think Nooks is a sick. Dooley's good too. I think Nooks is a sick. I actually, while we were streaming, I slacked our founder and said we should buy Nooks because like this actually, I was going into it thinking this is going to be nerve wracking and like, oh my god, I'm calling in front of 300 people. But first of all, I can't see anybody, so it's like I'm just calling normally.
Yeah.
And second of all, I get to like laugh and like have fun and take turns. It makes the whole cold calling experience like really fun.
It's fun. This is really fun.
It's
I
really
have
fun.
laughed,
You get to
y'all.
crack jokes.
I wish
you laugh. It makes it way better than calling by yourself. Like way better.
I wish I could
and
have
I think
delivered, man.
And it
I
makes
feel
your
bad.
energy better too. So not only do you have a better time, but you also perform better on the calls. That's the reason I was so happy is because I'm like laughing that I'm about to get wrecked by someone on a live stream with five people. But it makes it fun, and it actually is a reverse psychology thing where you do better. So
Yeah.
I just sold Nooks for you, Rohan.
I had a blast with y'all.
I'll take commissions on all the signups. Right.
Affiliate links for everybody. You get it. You get it.
I have to drop, but it was an absolute pleasure. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
See y'all. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Later. Peace.
Peace.